Hey, my name is Teacher Emily, and I am here to talk about lesson objectives. The objectives of the lesson are the most important thing to consider as you're preparing and planning for your lessons. They're what the student should be learning in your class according to the curriculum. You'll need to teach those lesson objectives so the student's on track to be successful in their next VIP Kid lesson and on their unit assessment at the end of the unit. So these objectives are the vocabulary, the sentence frames, high frequency words, grammar or math concepts. And you as the teacher should think about teaching these items in an efficient way and in a logical order from the most simple to the most complex on a slide. You wouldn't teach a whole sentence before teaching the new vocabulary word that goes in that sentence. Makes sense. And with the IPEAD format used in the VIP Kid curriculum, this is really set up for you that you'd introduce the lesson objective first, you'd practice that lesson objective with the student, then apply that lesson objective to the student. Maybe you'd ask some questions related to their life that they could relate to what you're saying, those sorts of things. So you can see over those steps, the student will become more comfortable saying that target word after you, using it in a sentence, and then answering a question with that new sentence. So you should encourage your student to verbally use this new language in class. They should be able to produce this language fairly independently by the end of the class.
His,
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 his, his.
this is his dog.
This is his dog.
This is his ball.
Oh, this is his ball.
Good. This is his cup.
Cup. This is his cup.
Good job. Good job. His. Say his.
His.
Good. H. I.
I. S.
Good. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so that video clip was with my student Angie, and what do you think the lesson objective was? His! We repeated it so many times, and you could see over those 3 slides, she was able to do it more and more independently. So let's take a look at that. So the first slide, the I slide, we repeated the actual word his over and over. I showed a prop to show what his meant. It applied to a male. Then we looked at the simple sentence on the slide, looked at the picture it went with. She repeated it after me, so it's mostly the I do. But knowing Angie, she's pretty quick. And so I knew I wanted to give her some other examples. So I showed with my props a couple other ways to use his in a sentence to emphasize that word and how it applies to other things and not just that particular situation. We went over the spelling. You saw that Angie kind of jumped in and filled in my words for the cup. This is his cup. And that's because she was catching on to what was going on. So remember to teach those lesson objectives efficiently and in a logical order. Make sure you cover what is laid out for you in the curriculum so that your student can succeed as they move forward.